All right. Hello, Doug. And hello, Harry. And Ed Reed. Nice to see you. I just met you today, Ed. I remembered you. Christine, Viviano, good to see you. We will do this live feed for as long as we possibly can. Right now, it's funny how this works here. The 1 hour, the internet is 10, 15 megabytes strong. And then the next hour, it's 0.5. So right now, it's in the 10 to 20 range, 10 to 20 megabytes. So we'll do this as long as we can. Hello, Gentle Breeze. But what it is, I mean, we're at the Grand Canyon. Hope everybody can see it. And I guess I could scoot over because that is a lot prettier than me. So what it is the internet tower is about 20 miles that way. And it's shared by North Rim, South Rim, a small community, and then up here. So when it's real busy, like lunch, like when at lunchtime, when all the tourists, I guess, take a break from their tourist activities, the internet slows way down. Let's see who came in. Let's see, Marie, good to see you, and John. Wow, John, good to see you. Got any good tarps for sale? Hey, Lisa, good to see you. I've missed you for the last few weeks. And Katie and Jay, good to see you. Springfield, Massachusetts, Katie's from. Briar Rose, 1974. I'm assuming that's your birthday. You, hello, driving home. Not there yet. And Ed Reed and September. Jerry, good to see you, Jerry. Am I putting my hand in front of? No, everything's working out pretty good here. My hand is not in front of the camera. That's good. Oscar, good to see you. Danny, Dan, and Martin. I missed a few here. Martin Ranger, Dandy, Dan, and Oscar, and Mom. Hey, Mom, good to see you. Happy birthday, Mom. And B Beach, Lynn Schaefer. Boy, getting crowded in here. Let's see, Benny, Fred Stone, and Jill from South California. And Wayne's here. Not my birthday. Susie's my name, though. Ah, okay. 74 is not your birthday? I'm sorry, my fault. And let's see. Gorgeous backdrop. Well, it is. The truck is right there. So we're parked right next to this for 2 weeks. We've been here a week. Good picture and sound. Yeah, I know. Like I said, we'll be here as long as we can. 1 hour, the internet is just blazing fast, 10 to 20 megabytes per second, which is faster than anything we've ever had. And then the next hour, when the tourists, I guess, take a break from their tourist activities, it slows down to like nothing. So 40 people here. So anyway, we're on conservation mode with water. We are 120 miles. It's a kind of funny. We're like 120 miles from Page, Arizona, or I don't know, about 130 miles from Hurricane, Utah. Both of them have a Walmart. So we found a little town called Fiona, I think it's called, Fiona, Utah. And it's got a grocery store. So we may go there next week. But we got to find some place with water because we came up here to use the day use area. And we spent, we was going to pay the $9 for the day use area. Now in South Dakota, when you went to the day use area, you could buy water. You could get the water. You could fill your water up there. Well, we went to this day use area and talked to the campsite host. The campsite host was taking the checks, and she said, "Oh no, we can't do that." Well, finally, I talked her into it, and her boss said it was okay. So we bought water, but they said we wouldn't be able to buy water there anymore. So since we can't go to the day use area to buy water, we're going to have to drive somewhere until we can find water. So I'm hoping Fiona, which is 70 miles away. Let's see. Hello, let's see. Oh, Martin Ranger, wish I was there. Let's see. Hello, KC. Good to see you. Yeah, I do too. I'm going to just rub it in. I love this view. Hello, Marcini and Price. Marcy Annie. Marcy Anna Price. Good to see you. Hey, Nick. Wow, look at you. Still out working. What's up, buddy? I'm still out working. Well, good to see you, Nick. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, Judy. Good to see you. And Nancy says, welcome to Arizona. Hope you have a lovely time here. Yeah, we're having a great time. I mean, I don't want to, tell everybody, oh, come out here. This is great. It is a beautiful area. But the water is a serious problem, and the distances to get to anything. And of course, everything is, 8,000 feet up or down. We are 8,800 feet, which is about 1.5 miles above sea level. So, I mean, you're always using more gas pulling these hills, and you're always out of breath. Oh, the slightest little movements and you're out of breath. Hope the water situation works out. At least, well, we'll figure it out. Why don't y'all come to Georgia in the winter? I really love Utah and Oregon. Was out there in June 2018. Well, we were in Georgia. We've been in Georgia before. We were in Florida. I mean, we just now made it out west. This is the first time we've ever been out west. We've been out west for less than a month now. Prior to that, we've always been on the east. Virginia, and that's what's so funny about this is when the whole time for the 2 years that we were on the East Coast, everybody was saying, come out west, come out west, come out west. And we've been out west for a month, and everybody's saying, come out east, when are you coming to the new northwest, northeast? I just think, wow, where's all the people that said we were supposed to come out west? Hello from Flagstaff and Free Spot. Pan Man Van. Hi, Rob. Glad you finally made it to the place you've been wanting to go. Yeah, this has been a lifelong dream. It's absolutely just everything I would have imagined, or better, I guess I should say. What's the temp like? Wow, the temps are great. Got down to 36 last night, so it was a little chilly this morning. But it gets up to about 76 degrees. I don't think it's been any cooler than 76, or any hotter than 76. But everything is a workout. I will tell you, everything is a workout. The slightest little hill. Carolyn and I took about a 3 to 4 mile walk yesterday. No, not yesterday, day before yesterday. Man, every little incline seemed like you were climbing a mountain. It was just, you just could not breathe or catch your breath. I figure, though, that when we get back down to sea level, we're going to be in the greatest shape of our lives. We'll be running marathons down there by the ocean. Oh, I guess I'm catching up. Congratulations getting to North Rim. I worked on the South Rim. Best summer I had. Now, I want to be clear on this. We're not technically on the North Rim. We're north of the North Rim. The North Rim is about 4 to 8 miles that way. I don't know. Can you see the rain clouds? It's raining in the background. You see all that rain? That's probably a monsoon storm, if I had to guess. But anyway, but in order to get there, we would have to travel about 40 miles around all this. So now we walked over there. We were probably only a couple miles from North Rim. So we walked through the trail. There's a trail back here. And so we walked over there, which was, like I said, 3 to 4 miles yesterday. Beautiful. If you're ever looking for another spot, try Valley of the Gods, Utah. Looking forward to your videos of the canyon. Well, thank you very much. Okay, we'll check it out. No East Coast humidity, though. No, there's no humidity. Those others escaped north or down south. I said come to northwest. Oh, not you, Doug. No, this was somebody else yesterday. No. Yeah, we're heading northwest. Yeah, we'll head that direction. Yeah, we'll stay here throughout July, and then in August we'll end up in Utah, and we're just going to kind of mosey up, I don't know, through, what is that, Wyoming? I guess Wyoming. I don't want to go through Oregon, and I want to clip the northeast Washington. I want to hit those mountains. What is that, That's not Olympia. Is it Olympia? I'm confused on the town name. But anyway, so I want to clip that and then head out through, I can't think of that town either, the east side of Washington, and then down into Montana, and maybe come back down into Colorado is what I'm kind of thinking. I don't know. We don't have it all worked out. What's the big hole in the ground? Do you have hawks and eagles? Lots of hawks. I haven't seen any eagles. In the outdoor store, they sell cans of air for use of high altitude. In the outdoor stores, do they really? I had no idea. Yeah, it will wind you real quick. I mean, quick. Just moving around a little bit. Grand Canyon looks great on you. Well, thank you. Judy, any closer places for them to get water that you know of? Let's see, free water in the clouds. I think water is only about 8,000 feet away, but the direction is straight down. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a whole Colorado River down there, but that's 1.5 miles straight down. I keep cans in air. Cascade Mountains. Yeah. Do Native Americans live down in the Grand Canyon? Well, I don't know that for a fact. I Googled it, and the best I can find out is like there's 274 natives that live in the Grand Canyon. But that's all I know. I mean, we're not in the tourist activity. Okay, let me explain this just a little bit. We are in the National Forest. The National Park, the Grand Canyon National Park, is inside the Caleb National Forest. I know I'm not pronouncing it right. So we are on the north side of the national park. If we walk that direction, I don't know, 500 feet, we would be in the Grand Canyon National Park. In order to be in the national park, that's $30 per vehicle or per person. I don't know. So that's why we didn't go that direction. Now, we did take a hike through the trail, and there wasn't nobody collecting fees on the other end, so I don't know. I mean, I feel bad. I didn't realize I was in the park when we walked that trail. Do you know that my great-grandma was from Puma, Arizona? She was a Native American. Let's see. I don't know. He is right. The towns are far apart. Yeah, no, the town, I mean, I've Googled it. There's a gas station right up here 14 miles away from us. But the problem with water up here, and this is something that everybody needs to know about, and this is why the day use area would not sell them any water, is they have to truck water up here. They have to haul it up here. And so they don't want to give it away. So if you go down to the campground, you can pay $20 a night for a campground. It's got water. I think it's got electric. Don't quote me on the electric, but I know it's got water hookups and sewer hookups. But you are not allowed to fill your tanks. You're only allowed to use enough water for one day, whatever that is. They won't allow you to fill your tanks. So when I asked her, can I just go ahead and pay the $20 to fill my 8 buckets? She said, no, that's like a tank, which I understand. I mean, yeah, I was clearly asking her to break the rules. And I mean, I wasn't trying to get her to break the rules. That's not what I was trying to do. I just thought that I could buy water through my day use pass. So it was just a misunderstanding on my part. But here's the thing, when I did all my research online, it doesn't really click in your head when you read online that it says water for daily use. Well, okay, water for daily use, I don't know what that means. Until you get here and they tell you you can't fill your tanks. It just seems to me the National Forest could have made a clearer statement that says you cannot fill your tanks. That would have made more sense. Has Carolyn come out of the camper to see the Grand? Oh, yeah, we just walked 4 miles yesterday, or day before yesterday. Yes, and we can walk over there. There's a small trail over there. We walked to probably 1.5 miles behind us along the edge of the Grand Canyon. Yeah, we walk almost every day. I don't know. Yeah, of course you came out of the camper. Hello, Kenneth. Just in case it rains, collect rain. Oh, yeah, we're the masters of collecting rainwater. How are the roads there? Do you think the Toyota Camry could navigate them? Asking because I think I would like to visit the area. Your Toyota Camry could make it to this spot, but it couldn't make it to the back 1.5 miles. The back 1.5 miles, I'm actually worried that my truck would do fine, but it leans a lot. The road leans a lot, and it's got a lot of big boulders. The clearance is fine. I would be fine clearing it, but I would be a little worried about how much it would roll me. But yeah, you can make it to this spot. It's 14 miles on gravel road. Takes you about an hour to get here on the 14 miles. How are the, let's see, yeah, okay, got that one. Did you check out the visitor center at Jacob Lake? Yeah, oh yeah, sure, yeah, we did. Will you go to the South Rim? No, that's $30, and we don't spend money when we can get things like this for free. Besides that, this is much higher. It's the South Rim is 5,000 feet in elevation, and we're at 8,800 feet, and we're going to go camp at 8,900 feet. So, yeah, we're trying to make sure we get no oxygen. Did you just ask the government to be clear and conscious? Did you just ask the government to be clear and concise? Oh, concise. Well, it would have been helpful, but that, you know, you're right, John. That's a big thing. Is they're never really clear on anything. They'll say things like 14-day stay limit, and then you find out what they mean is 14-day stay limit in the national forest, not in the campground. Although your brain processed, oh, I can stay. You know, let's say I'm looking at, you know, I don't know. Give me a campground name. Porter Lake Campground. You're at Porter Lake Campground, and you're reading the rules on Porter Lake, and it says 14-day stay limit. You think, oh, I can stay at Porter Lake for 14 days, and then I can go over to Woodsy Campground and stay 14 days there. And then the forest ranger comes out and tells you, wait a minute, no, you've been in the national forest for 14 days, you got to leave. Well, that wasn't clear. That doesn't make any sense. That just happened to us in Texas. We were at the Army Corps of Engineers, and they told us that we had to go from one side campground to the other campground because they were going to flood the other campground. Well, we'd been at that one campground for 6 days, and so when we came over to the other one, we thought our clock started over. The rules, we read the rules, said 14-day stay limit at the campground. So we stayed 14 days. Well, on day 13 at the second campground, the ranger came out and says, you stayed 6 over there and you've been here 13, you've overstayed your limit. And I was like, well, I didn't understand that. I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's never all that clear. You try to follow the rules, but it does get confusing. Hi, Terry. Does the camper make your truck ride lower? No, not a lot, no. I would say that we probably, well, the alignment guy said it didn't affect the truck at all, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, we're not that heavy. But no, I'm not, we may have sunk down 3 or 4 inches. I mean, not a lot. Nice view. Too bad we cannot enjoy God's world without paying for it somehow. A lot of places that are no trespassing, no swimming, fishing. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Misspelled again by accident. Did you ever get to the National Parks Pass? No, we've never, I mean, we've looked into it, but we're just not sure that, we don't go to a lot of national parks is the thing. Well, we've never been to a national park. I'll take that back. We just came from a national park, but it was free. But, so if we feel like that we're going to go to a lot of national parks, then yeah, that would be worth it for us. But we just haven't done it yet. The fee to get into Grand Canyon is $35. Oh, is it $35? My fault. But you get 7 days to visit. That's a bargain, really. Well, not really. I mean, I'm not trying to argue with you, but in my opinion, free is much more of a bargain. There's 3 campgrounds that we could, or 3 camp spots that we can stay here totally free. This one and the one down about 1.5 miles, and then there's another one about 14 miles away. So we're gonna check the one out 14 miles away before we go down to this one. Whichever one has the best internet is where we'll stay up. But the one up there at 14 miles away is another 100 feet up. And so, and it's all free. Looks like rain around you. Yeah, it does that every now and then. And back there in the back, you'll see all that rainfall. And I'm sure that's monsoon. But it hasn't rained a drop here. Howdy, Roy. You're missing seeing one of the 7 wonders of the world, over $35. I'm right here. I have a better view than the one down there. Besides that, I'd have to drive another, almost 200 miles to get to South Rim, because you got to circle all the way around the canyon. Well, I'm sorry you don't get it. I get it. Free. I get a better view. You were not where the scenic area really, just saying. I guess I don't understand. Okay. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just telling you, I have a better view. There's nobody around me. We walked to that little day use area, and I bet there was 50 people there, and so we didn't get to enjoy anything because you're always fighting everybody. So I mean, we get all these private walks by ourselves. This is what we like. He's got a bird eye view there. Yeah, I mean, I can literally. Here's the thing: at night, I can see the south rim. It's below us, right over there, and you can see it all lit up. So south rim's right over there. North rim is just right over there. Well, let me move my head. Just right behind that hill. We can walk around to it. I mean, we're not supposed to, but we could. So, I mean, we got the best view. And as a matter of fact, the trail that we're at is the primary trail of the Grand Canyon. So, no, I think this is supposed to be the best view of the Grand Canyon. It's just hard to get back here. They just couldn't get everybody back here. We may head out there in the winter. Now, be careful because they do close this up here in December. And if it snows, then they close it right the first big snow. Why does this remind me of whose line is it anyways? Your view is awesome. Hello, VMAC, good to see you. And glad to be back, Rob. My brother Ben's in the hospital. Oh, so VMAC knows McFly. Huh. That's why I'm in an argument, huh? So we've been on 21 minutes. Is the internet still doing well? I haven't seen anybody complain that we're buffering anything. It's really interesting up here. If you go sit in the shade, you will be cold. If I walk over to the shade right now, it will be cold. You step out in the sun and it french fries you. It's absolutely incredible. It's only about 76 degrees here, but that sun just bakes you. Have you ever watched the sunrise since getting here? Oh yeah, sure. I got pictures of it and everything. Yeah, when I release my Grand Canyon video, I've been doing those scenic videos about once a week. I got all the sunrise, the sunsets, everything. You're better off at the North Rim. South Rim has gotten too crowded over the past 20 years. It's like Disneyland. Yeah, and again, I'm not at North Rim. I just want to be clear. I'm in the National Forest. I'm not in the National Park. So I am 4 miles northeast, I guess, of North Rim. I can't see it at night because this hill is in my way, but I have walked around this hill. You have to go this way and then walk around, and I can see North Rim once I walk to the other side of this hill. So again, North Rim is below us, South Rim is below us. We're higher than the North and South Rim, and then we're going to be even higher yet if we go up to that other campground. No buffering, great. The connection is fine. Good. You need a tarp. Yeah, John, I'm thinking I need a tarp for the sun. You're right. Great stream, no interruptions. Hello from Colorado Springs, peaceful, and looks like a private view. Yeah, it's great. Hey, Mark H, good to see you. Be careful of the sun at the altitude. Some of my worst burns were, let's see, my forehead got it the other day, so I started wearing, I took my shirt and I just kind of wrapped it over, and that way it covered my neck and my forehead. And that only took I don't even think I bet it took a half hour. Sat outside, and of course the sun comes from this direction, so I'm looking at the overview, and before I knew it, my forehead was burnt. Hey, thank you very much, Terry. I really do appreciate that. Can everybody please give a shout out to Terry for me? Oh yeah, we have tarps. Remember, I have to build my shower out of tarps. Every time we take a shower, I wrap the kitchen area with tarps, and so then I have a shower inside the kitchen. You need one of those Safari hats. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I guess I need, but man, there's just no room to put anything. So I'm gonna get a drink of water. Oh, and that's another thing. You get up here, and the wind and the dry air just sucks the water right out of you. So since we're already limited on water, it really is a tough decision. Okay, I need to drink some water. That's it. When you come up here and you only have, X amount of water, and then you're drinking it all. It's a tough choice. I'm thirsty. I need water. But at the gas station, they sell 2.5 gallon water. Easy. That water just costs $3.45. I was just getting ready to say that, John. I bought 2.5 gallons of water at the gas station before we came down here, and it cost $7 something, almost $8 for 2.5 gallons of water. But so yeah, I mean, it's just crazy expensive, and everything is so crazy far away. So I mean, it is what it is. But we're just going to treat this like a vacation, and that's what we're calling it. I mean, it took us 2 years to save up enough money to come out here. We knew we weren't going to be able to come out here right away. We had to have better internet. Used to we only had AT&T. Now we have AT&T, Verizon, and Straight Talk. So I mean, our costs have went way up on internet. So just so we could come out here, and then to go from one spot to the other. Let's see, we drove 100, almost 200 miles the other day. We left at 8 o'clock. We gained an hour. So that was like leaving at 7 o'clock. And we got here at 4. And it was just, 200 miles. You think, my goodness. 24 bottles of water, 99 cents, Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, there is no Piggly Wiggly or Beta Boy. There's nothing. The closest grocery store is 70 miles away. So it's there's a lot of driving. Wow, do you ever think you would buy water? Wow, did you ever? No. Well, I mean, I knew John actually knew the answer to that question before I came out here. Back in January, when I was doing all the research, I made a video where I said, this is going to be the first time I've ever had to buy water, and yeah, we bought 40 gallons for $9, which she let us have. She wasn't supposed to let us have it, but her boss let her have it. Her boss let us have it, and then we're going to have to go and buy it somewhere else, I'm sure. I don't know. I mean, we're going to go to Fiona, Utah, and see what they have. So the gas money is pretty expensive. When we left Texas, we paid $2.50 a gallon. That was Amarillo, Texas. And then when the last time we filled up here in Arizona, it was $3.80. So more than $1 a gallon in gas cost. As a kid, yeah. Hey, wow, man, I missed that, Mark. Sorry. Thank you very much, Mark. I really do appreciate it. Can everybody please give a shout out to Mark? I will contribute a Jefferson. He is on the $2 bill. There you go. Thank you very much. Dinner is calling. Enjoy. Okay. Thank you, Dan. I really do appreciate you dropping by. Wow, I'm going to have to be real low weight, bringing in lots of water to sell it. Yeah. Well, like I said, they haul it up here, and so they're real restrictive on how much water you can have. We lost a lot of people, didn't we? Wow, thank you very much, John. I do appreciate it. Wow. Whoa, my goodness. I misread that the first time I read it. Oh, holy cow. Can everybody give an extra special shout out to John for me? I really do appreciate that, John. I just never know what to say. Man, that is just incredible. Thank you very much. Mark says we're buffering. Wow, I really do appreciate it. Piggly Wiggly is a grocery store, VMAC. And they say there's a bunch of them down in the southeast. The only way to justify a national park pass would do the Grand Canyon National Park in Utah. Yeah, and yeah, I agree, Fred. You'd have to hit everything. Have you ever been to Apache County? No, I can't say I have. I guess I lost everybody because we were buffering. Are we still buffering? Are there Dollar Trees out there? I saw one Dollar Tree. There's a lot of Family Dollars, and that's kind of similar, a Family Dollar. It's pronounced K-Bab. Okay, thank you. I do appreciate it. Kaibab. I had to reload to get back live. Okay, well, I do apologize about that. Everybody gave you a shout out, Mark. We really do appreciate it. No buffering, only buffered once. Okay, good. My laptop was buffering, but my phone was not. So I guess it's not me. I mean, there's no way for me to know. But a lot of people saying we're not buffering, so I'm going to say it's not us. Well, we're not getting a lot of people today, are we? I don't think we've gotten up to 100. I've got some serious buffering right now. Family Dollar and Dollar Tree owns the other here in Indiana. Okay, so I guess they're the same store. Yeah, but there's a Family Dollar here in Fiona, Utah. Don't fall in. Oh, I won't. No, I've been staying pretty far away from the edges. I got a video over. I recorded a video over there on this other hill over here, and it looks like that there's just nothing behind me, but it's like 4 feet or 6 feet of let's see, reloading often resets the buffer. Beautiful view there to me. Well, thank you. I mean, I agree. I mean, I can't take credit for it. It is beautiful. Seen any critters? No, I can't say we have. No. North of I-40, most expensive gas in Arizona. I would agree with that. It's quite costly. Had to plug in my laptop. New Silverado has 400 watt plug. Uh-oh, what did I do here? Silverado has a 400 watt plug in the bed in the cab and comes in a 4-cylinder, but my 5.3 V8 was getting 24 miles per gallon today after filling up. Wow, that's cool. Eastern, yeah, Spokane. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you. Yeah, Spokane. We want to clip the Spokane, Washington area, I think is what we're going to do. John, that was very generous. Yes, thank you very much, John. I'm planning to buy a national parks pass soon under their old folks program. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. I'm so sorry. I'm just reading. I'm sorry. I didn't. Briar Rose, you got me. Is the campground full? This isn't a campground. It's not. It's just a national forest. But there's 3 spots that you can camp at here. And yeah, it's full. There's 3 people here. The reloaded worked. Great. It's good news. If we run into more problems, I guess we'll have to wrap it up because, I mean, I like I said at the beginning of the video, 1 minute is 20 megabytes per second, and the next minute is 0.20. So, I mean, it fluctuates so much based on the usage at the national park and the tourist guide. Tourist seniors get a discount on national park pass. All right, so what we're going to talk about now. The sun is cooking my left side. John needs to give me a tarp. That's fine. I'm retired. They changed the cost of the program right before I was eligible to buy a lifetime for 10. Yeah, that just happened a couple of years ago, I think. Almost time for work. Got to run. All right, Kenneth, thanks for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Hello, Lou. So, what else is going on? There's not much. I mean, we've just been walking around and been taking tons of pictures, and we're going to be, if the live feed had not worked today, I would have released the video of the Grand Canyon that I have, but it's in waiting. You know the elevation there. Yeah, we're at 8,800 feet. We're just right around 1.5 miles above sea level, and I'm always out of breath right now. I can barely talk because I have a hard time catching my breath. You'll see this in the videos a lot where I'm, and I don't even realize it. The other day I was walking the path and I got the camera and I'm walking and I started editing and the only thing I could hear is trying to breathe. It's so hard to breathe. So, but yeah, we're going to go up another 100 feet, I guess, at the next campground. How old? Okay, are you going to Glacier National Park? No, I don't think so. Have a safe trip. All right, Judy, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. My pass for Mark Twain. Let's see. Apache County is 6,000 feet. Keep soaking it up. Gotta go. All right, Wayne, thanks for joining us. Did it take you long to adjust the altitude? No, we're still adjusting. It's actually funny. It's actually harder to sleep. I never have problems sleeping. I mean, I'm always, when 9, 10 o'clock hits, my eyes are watering, and I never have a problem getting to sleep. But up here, it's hard to sleep. Carolyn she'll wake up in the middle, wake up quite a few times in the middle of the night, trying to catch her breath. It's like you got to yawn all the time. Oh, trying to catch your breath. Yeah, it's difficult to breathe. I mean, I've been told that after a month or two, we will adjust. So by the time we get out of here, I mean, we're going to be in the best shape of our lives, and we're going to go and run the Boston Marathon. I've heard of people needing oxygen tanks sometimes. I would agree with that. It can get pretty difficult, and it's so dry. Your nose is always chapped, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, I don't want to get too disgusting, but you know, you blow your nose and red stuff comes out of it. It's and it's always sore. My nose is always sore. It's very dry. Colorado is getting crowded, so many people, even in the mountains towns. Freedona. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's about 70 miles away from us, and that is the closest town that has anything in it. There's a small little town. It's not really a town. It's just I don't know, a reservation maybe. It's got it's Marble Canyon, but there's a laundry, and that's about it. I gotta catch my breath. Okay, me too, Oscar. It's 20 for 4 consecutive years. Fourth. Oh, we're talking about the pass, right? 70 people are still here. That's awesome. Altitude sickness is no joke. If you become dizzy or nauseated, get lower altitudes. Oh yeah, I mean, we're watching it. It's not that bad. It's just hard to breathe. It's like you're always working out. Is the best way to explain it. I went for a little jog not that long ago. I would say, well, we were in Florida, and I jogged for about a mile and a half, and I was out of breath. I mean, I really could not catch my breath. Well, I walked up this hill, and I bet the hill is not 200 feet long, and I walked up it, and I had the same out of breath. I mean, it was just a walk, and I was out of breath. So it's just a matter of stopping, sitting down, and catching your breath. Briar Rose, question, when were you born? 1974? LOL. Please forgive Rob for revealing your secret. Well, yeah, I thought 74 was, I mean, that's at the end of your name, so I didn't realize it was a secret. Sorry. I mean, I was born in 71, so I didn't think it was old. I have anxiety attack if I couldn't breathe. Yeah, I could imagine that. It's, I mean, Carolyn hasn't had an anxiety attack while we've been up here. So, but I could imagine having not, you know, well, you know what? She was telling me just the other day, she was coming up the hill and she was having a hard time breathing. She said, you know, if I don't stop and rest, she said I could have an anxiety attack. So, you know, that's a good point. Yeah. You know, you're afraid you can't catch your breath. I was in the Army in 75. Oh, okay. I guess, well, then I don't know what the 74 is. Good night, Terry. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. High altitude sunburn easier. Oh, yeah. I mean, it only took about 15, 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, breathing is so optional. Don't need all that old oxygen. Just kidding. Take care. Yeah. Well, John, are you leaving us? If so, well, thanks for joining us, and maybe we'll see you next time. I guess I could. Did that show you anything better there? 74 was high school. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, well, I was born in 71, so Isn't it? I agree. I'll swing you back. I'm not in the best location, but I got to stay close to the Wi-Fi. If I get too far, I can show you a better picture if I walked a little further over to my left, but then we wouldn't have a signal. High altitude, you sunburn, 71's a baby. It is really dropping the rain. Yeah, it's way over there. You know, that's probably 20 miles away. I mean, I bet I can see, I mean, I'm guessing, I don't know this for sure, but I bet I can see 100 miles away over there in the background. I bet that's 100 miles. I mean, I've been trying to map this out. I get on Google Maps and I look to see what I'm, you know, the geography. And they're trying to gauge it all out. And I think that's about 100 miles. Love the cloudscape. Yeah, well, this, you know, this is probably the cloudiest it's been. But that's definitely, I would bet that's a monsoon rain cloud, isn't it? 67 people. Boy, we just really haven't racked them in today, have we? I'd be on my zoom lens seeing close up everywhere. Well, I don't have a zoom lens. I mean, this is all I have. You know, it's just more weight, more things that can break. I mean, everything. Heck, the phone's broke. I mean, I dropped it, so everything's broke. So, you know, you don't want to buy too much of expensive equipment because you're just going to break it. Much harder to breathe in Colorado and Wyoming. Heat and humidity makes it hard to breathe. Also, just take your time and drink lots of water. Yeah. Well, we were talking about that earlier, Sharon. You know, we only have 40 gallons. It's got to last us 2 weeks. So, you know, sometimes you got to scratch your head. Do I really want to drink the water? Love to have my telescope up there. Yeah, I would too. Oh, I will say this though: the stars are very bright up here. That is it won't be tonight, I guess. But the moon is half full right now, so it's just wow, it's absolutely incredible. You can see Mars and Venus. Of course, I haven't mapped them all out. Venus could be Saturn or Jupiter, as far as I know. But Mars is definitely out there. I can see it very clearly. I'm looking forward to years old next year. Maybe it will rain. You get some free water. That would help, wouldn't it, Larry? Don't worry about the numbers, Rob. Qualitative beats quantitative every time. Well, except they pay me on quantity. Oh, telescope sounds outstanding. Yeah, that would be pretty neat. I mean, I have no place to put it. So, man, that rain cloud is something else. I mean, we had one just like that the other day. Circled right around us. Didn't even feel a drop. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we're kind of running towards the end. So, hey, you Rome. Wow, you made it just in the nick of time. I was getting ready to say goodnight. So, anyway, I think I'm going to say goodnight. And my first live feed with best UT. That rain cloud is really hanging around. Yeah. It's neat that you guys can see it. That's pretty incredible. All right. Well, anyway, see you next week. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like you like the video, and happy travels.